एक माला कर लेते, एकादशी है। माँ विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूते श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पश्चाति। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्ति। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम 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 हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, 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 हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Nam Shri Krishna 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 Bhaktivedanta Swami Gauravani Charani Visheshwara Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasad Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Tiravanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Jaya Radha, Gopi Vallabha Radha, Gopi Vallabha Radhe, Jaya Radha, Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Radhe, Jaya Radha, Gopinath Radha, Gopinath Radhe, Jaya Jagannatha, Jagannatha, Paradeva Jayatu Bharata, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Pratavami, Nayana Pratavami, Bhavatu me, Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Pratavami, Nayana Pratavami, Bhavatu me, Nitai Gorando, Nitai Gorando, Nitai Gorando, Pura Hari, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana, Gaura Hari, पतिता पावाना पतिता पावाना पतिता पावाना गौर हरि जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव और हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल और हरि बोल हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय श्रीमद् भगवद गीता स्टडी की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंद ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे नमो महाबदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः
नामिने गौरक्षे नमः
नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय
नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय
गौब्राह्मणहिताय च
गौ ब्राह्मणहिताय च
जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय
जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय
नमो विष्णुपदाय
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामीनिति नामिने
स्वामी
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
राम राम हरे हरे
कुं करोति वाचालं पंगुर्लंघायते गिरिमियत् कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सभ्याभ्यन्तरं शुचे श्रीविष्णु 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 Hare Krishna. So we're in chapter 11. We finished verse 44. But we'll again start from 44. The universal form, chapter 11. Tasmat pranamya pranidhyaya kayam.
तस्मात् प्रणम्य प्रणिधाय कायं
Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam.
तस्मात् प्रणम्य प्रणिधाय कायं
Prasadhye tvam aham ishamidyam.
प्रसादये
Prasadhye tvam aham ishamidyam.
प्रसादये
पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्यौ
पितेव पुत्रस्य सखेव सख्य
प्रिय प्रियायार्हसि देवशोधुम्
प्रिया प्रियार्हसि देवसो
प्रिय प्रियायार्हसि देवशोधुम्.
प्रिया प्रियार्हसि देवसो
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. You are the Supreme Lord, to be worshipped by every living being.
by every living being.
Thus I fall down
Thus I fall down
to offer
to offer
you
you
my respectful obeisances
my respectful obeisances
and ask your
and ask your
mercy.
mercy.
As a father
As a father
tolerates
tolerates
the impudence
the impudence
of his son,
of his son,
a friend
a friend
the
the
impertinence
impertinence
of a friend,
of a friend,
or a husband
or a husband,
the familiarity
the familiarity
of his wife.
of his wife.
Please tolerate
Please tolerate
the wrongs
the wrongs
I may have done
I may have done.
you. Hare Krishna. It's a very intimate verse where Lord Krishna is, sorry, Arjuna, after seeing Mafi Magar, it's like after hearing the Bhagavad Gita universal form, he saw who is Krishna. He saw who is Krishna. And he's shocked actually. My God, what did I see? It's like you entered the office, and you don't know who is the CEO of the company. You met him in the lift, and then he told, "What company is this? Such a small lift? Pata nahi kya ka company hai." And then you go into his cabin. I have taken appointment of CEO, and then he turns his chair, and you see that fellow is there. CEO, what will you tell? You've already insulted him. There is a famous, not famous, old time joke when I used to work in Satyam Computers. That time there was somebody told me that when one fellow joins the company and he goes to the cafeteria and eats something in cafeteria and doesn't like it, and he asks what is the number of the in charge of cafeteria. So some fellow gives him a wrong number, wrong extension number. So he calls that extension number that goes to the CEO of the company. The CEO of the company lifts the phone, and this fellow says, "Kya puri banaya papad jaisa hai?" Like that. And CEO says, "Do you know whom you are talking to?" He says, "No." He said, "I am the CEO of the company." Huh? Then he asks, "Do you know whom you are talking with?" CEO says, "I don't know." He keeps the phone down. Just want to make sure you don't know me. So funny things happen. Many a times we become familiar with some famous people, right, and we make mistakes. And most of the time, the familiarity comes into parents, actually, with parents. It's very unfortunate that parents are the ones who take care of so many things about us, and we become so familiar with them. Sometimes you start shouting at them also. Arey, they are your only well-wishers. Actually, we can have friends, we can have relatives, we can have so many people, but nobody can replace parents. When you are in time of trouble, when your health is not good, tell me, if your health is not good, can your mother sit in the hall ignoring you? She will not. She will come and sit beside you. She will put some cream or give some tablet. You'll keep coming after only 1 hour, 2 hours. How are you feeling? It's natural in them. You can't stop it. You can't stop them. No matter you are the richest person or no matter you are the poorest person. For a mother, it doesn't matter. For a mother, you are the king of the universe. My prince. Yeah. So, but we become familiar with that people also. And we commit offenses. We commit offenses. And why people are suffering today is because actually parents are being insulted. People are not happy in their careers. People are not happy in their lives because parents are being insulted. And Krishna doesn't like that. Krishna, God never likes parents being insulted. Because who are parents? Parents are representatives of God who are working on behalf of God. Of course, today's seminar is not about parents, but in the context of today's verse, where Arjuna is comparing Krishna to a father, it says, "You are like a father, and you are like a husband, right? You are like a guru, and out of familiarity, I treated you in a very common way. Please forgive my offenses. You are the father of everything. Aham bija pradapitaha. Everything is coming from you. Aham sarasva prabho mattasuram pravartate. Everything is coming from you. And who am I? I've been treating you like a friend. I slept beside you, right? I kept my hand on you as if you are, who are you? Like you are the Supreme Lord. And I misbehaved. In the same way, last week also I explained that in Vedic society, there is a beautiful understanding of a male and female. Right? A lot of people are not explained this definition um, in our schools or in our upbringing. It's very important to understand what we should train our son and what we should train our daughter. If we don't do that, then the equilibrium will be spoiled, and none of them will be happy, and the society also will not be happy. What we should train the son? We should train the son that becomes spiritually knowledgeable, and make sure that you're directing the whole family towards going back to Krishna. That is a prime duty of a boy in the house. Prime duty. The son might tell Nana, I want this, the wife might tell, I want that. No. We will get everything, but remember, we are only going to spend that much money so that we're not going to, become bankrupt, and then it will become difficult to spend anything on God. Or going to yatra should not be a problem. Like Ayodhya, we all want to go to Ayodhya. To go to Ayodhya, money should not be a problem. That is actually the importance of a male in the house. You should make sure that everything is God centric. Remind everybody in the family that it's very important what the goal of the family is. What the goal of a family? This word also is very strange now. If you ask somebody, what is the goal of your family? What do you mean, goal of my family? But yeah, when you got married, there was a goal of your family. But you don't know the goal of it. That's your problem. Right? But if you want to go back and understand, the goal of the family is to go back to God. That is the goal of the family. Everything else that comes along with it is, like supporting things. The foundation thing that is holding the whole family, or should be holding the whole family, is going back to God. Where the father in the house or the male of the house, the main job he has is, okay, go earn money, that's okay. But make sure everybody is God centric. Read Shastra, tell Shastra, guide your son, guide your daughter, guide your wife. This is a training that should be given to a son. You have to tell that. You have to become like that. And they'll become like that. When you train them like that, they'll become like that. And what is the goal of a girl in the house? Make sure you support that your husband achieves that goal. Simple. Isn't it very important role? Very important role actually. When children become notorious, the mother has to call, hey, sit here, what are you talking in front of your father? Huh? Mazak ban gaya? Who is he? He is earning for our house. He's the one who is making sure we are all in good values. We are all, respectable in society. He's doing. Who are you to behave like that in front of him? Chalo, kaan pakado. This is the role that you teach to your daughter. That when you're going to get married, this is the role you're going to play in that house. And when this combination comes, then nobody can disturb the society. Husband respects the wife that without her support, I can't do this. And the wife respects the husband that without your guidance, I cannot do this. And both of them are like a um, like really strong foundation for the family. So here Arjuna is saying, why am I telling all this? Arjuna is saying, sometimes a wife becomes familiar and treats her husband like a common man. It might sound strange in today's day and time, but that's okay. But this is the Vedic society I'm talking about. Yeah, wife may become familiar. Today, even husband is familiar, right? Now the society we are seeing is all distorted. There's no point talking about what we are now. We are nowhere close to what Arjuna is speaking there. Can we try to become close? Maybe a little we can. But our whole education system, the way we are brought up, has already taken us to a corner where there is no respect for each other. So, but Arjuna is saying that like a husband forgives his wife for the familiarity she carries. Please forgive me. This statement in Bhagavad Gita. किसी को ठीक ना लगे तो कृष्णा से पूछ लेना, है ना? And like a father forgives the familiarity of a son or a daughter, please forgive me. Like a guru sometimes forgives the familiarity of a shishya, please forgive me. Right? So it's a beautiful verse actually. When he sees the Vishwarup and then he says, okay, please forgive me. I have behaved in a very not very right way. I behaved like that. Right? 45. अदृष्टपूर्वं हृषितो अस्मि दृष्ट्वा भयेन च प्रवहितं मनो मे भयेन च प्रव्यथितं मनो मे तदेव मे दर्शय देवरूपम् प्रसीद देवशे जगन्निवास प्रसीद देवश जगन्निवास. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened But at the same time,
But at the same time,
my mind is disturbed with fear.
my mind is disturbed with fear.
Therefore,
Therefore,
please bestow
please bestow
your grace
your grace
upon me
upon me
and reveal again
and reveal again
your form
your form
as a personality of Godhead,
as the personality of Godhead,
O Lord of the Lords,
O Lord of the Lord,
O Abode of the universe.
O Lord of the universe.
So, it is explained that people who reject God see God as death. At the time of death, they see that God. Because whole their life they have rejected Him. Saying, कहाँ है भगवान? नहीं, कोई भगवान भगवान कुछ भी नहीं है. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. You know, people speak like that. But at the time of death, they realize what a mistake I did. Every person, including Ravan, including Hiranyakashipu. I mean, we can't compare with them and now. None of us are qualified to be in the role of Ravan. They're not ordinary people. Even they rejected, but at the same time, at the end, they said, Bhaiya maaf kar do. You know, I rejected you. And we do that because the time of death is so painful. It is unbelievably painful. You can't imagine what is death. Externally, you might see somebody might die ऐसे मर गया. क्या प्रभु पेन की तरह ऐसे ही मर गया. No, that what you are seeing outside is you don't know what is happening inside. It's not a question of how much time a person takes to die. We see these movies now. Shah Rukh Khan marta hai, 2 minute dialogue बोल के marta hai. That and all is movie. But in reality, death is a very painful thing. What is the most painful thing about death is the fear of unknown. Right? What is going to happen next? अरे अभी तो मेरी बीवी यहाँ पे है, मेरा पिताजी यहाँ पे है, मेरा बच्चा यहाँ पे है, मेरा घर यहाँ पे है. You know, I know all these people. What will happen after I die? Whom will I have to interact with? Who are going to be the next people? Will I be taken care? Or will I be, fried like a bhaji? क्या होना है मेरे साथ? What all nonsense I have done? There is a fear element, right? That fear element makes death very painful. Like I asked this question many weeks ago. What is good, love marriage or arranged marriage? Disputed question, right? Married people might say, "Prabhu, क्या फर्क पड़ता है?" होना तो वही है. But what is good, love marriage or arranged marriage? For a girl, when she's going on arranged marriage, it's a very scary situation. पता नहीं सास कैसी मिलेगी. अब तक तो अच्छी दिख रही है, पता नहीं क्या होने वाला है ना. How my husband's sisters will be, I don't know. I'm going to this new house, right? But in a love marriage, she already knows the fellow is going to take her inside. मेरा बंदा है कि नहीं? Already मेरा नौकर बन गया है. So he'll take care of me anyways. If his mother mistreats me, I'll इसका बैंड बजा दूंगी. Then this fellow will automatically fix the problem. है कि नहीं? Your person is there. So the fear is less. How many agree with this? At least for some time, fear is not there. Fear is not there because you know what is going to happen next. In the same way, when you are in love with God and when you reject God, two different situations. When you are in love with God, Krishna is telling, the one who takes shelter of me, I see him after the death. I will take him. हाथ पकड़ के लेके जा. I'm giving you the assurance, Arjuna, that I'll come and hold your hand and I'll take you back to God. If you love God, you believe this. And you already know, Krishna to mera aadmi hai. Whole life I have worked with him. I have done so many festivals for him. I have done kirtan for him. I have read Bhagavad Gita for him. अरे ये तो मेरा आदमी है कि नहीं? At the time of death, it's not painful at all. Philosophy works when you practice it. I have personally seen a person dying in front of me with a smile. मैं मूवी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. नॉट अगर मुकंदर का क्या मुकंदर का सिकंदर हंसते हुआ जो जाएगा वो मूवी का सॉन्ग हो, राइट? लेकिन आई हैव सीन इन फ्रंट ऑफ माय आईज a person living without a tinge of fear. It's not easy, huh? You can't fake it at that time. वो मोमेंट में you can't fake it. आप जितना भी बोलो लोगों को, पूरा दुनिया को बोलो मैं डिवोटी हूँ, मैं ये करा, मैं वो करा, कुछ भी बोलो, at the time of death the fearness will come. A lot of people get become scared.
वीडियो भेजा था आपने
Yeah,
कि डेथ के टाइम में she was chanting.
she was completely like fixed. And Mataji, simple Mataji, we all were shocked. She left in front of us. Hari bol. That is called spiritual life. That completely makes us fearless. What is the greatest fear? Death. But death you lose everything, no? See, greatest fear, mera flat will go, one fear. Huh? Mera plot will go, another fear. But you'll also get it back, right? You can do something, you might get it back, who knows? But what about body? You're dead, khatam. You're finished. And when you die, you not only lose the flat, plot, degree, recognition, your name. There's no meaning to it, right? Everything is gone at once. Everything is gone at once. That fear is not there when you're in love with God. Now tell me how many want to fall in love with God? But yeah, this is very important. We should love God, not fear of God. Ramji aake leke jao. Okay? Yeah. My grandmother left her body by saying, Rama in Kenta Sevu. She told in Telugu, Rama in Kenta Sevu. Those are the last words. She told that. Now, externally you might say, oh, what kind of devotee? No, forget about it. At the time of death, she remembered and she said, how much more time you want to keep me in this state? Take me. And it's not easy to be in that state. That has to be practiced. Not only Sunday morning, but Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Every morning, every evening, every time, you should remember God in all troubles. Remember that He is there. Actually, He is there to help me. It was always like that. And you should feel the presence of God by doing services for God. Then you'll actually feel the presence. He'll take care. Like, every time we do some festival, not only in this community, we do in many communities. We have this fundraising thing, because without funds, kya hota hai? Right? So, often whenever I discuss in MC, we have MC team, Prabhuji also comes. Like, कितना खर्चा होने वाला है? होगा. I always say, होगा. भगवान देगा. नहीं Prabhuji, you have to tell how much expense. 1 lakh. हाँ? 1 लाख कोई देगा? तो तुम्हारा क्या प्रॉब्लम है यार? किसका बर्थडे है? उसका बर्थडे है, वही देगा खर्चा. मेरा क्या टेंशन है कि नहीं? अयोध्या में इंस्टॉलेशन क्या हो रहा है? मेरा हो रहा है क्या? मेरा नहीं हो रहा है ना, किसका हो रहा है? राम जी का हो रहा है इंस्टॉलेशन. तो उसका खर्चा कौन देंगे? लक्ष्मी दी देंगी. उनके पति का फंक्शन है बाबा. मैं क्यों टेंशन लूं? I will not take tension, right? And if you carry this attitude with a confidence, ऐसे नहीं, confidence build up होगा. कैसे build up होगा? You conduct some programs and you will get the confidence. Initially, I used to be very scared. कोई भी फेस्टिवल हो, फिर फेस्टिवल, फिर मांगना पड़ेगा, देंगे नहीं देंगे मालूम नहीं, कैसे होगा. I used to think like that, every time I used to think like that. But in the last few years, पूरा टेंशन गया मेरा. ये टेंशन अपने को नहीं लेना है, टेंशन उनको लेना है. ये फिर से कुछ मेरे लिए कर रहा है, मेरे को पैसे जुटाना पड़ेगा. Think about it. Lakshmi ji is thinking, this fellow again has started thinking something. Now I have to fund this fellow because he is doing intelligent to my husband. Tell me which tension you want to take. The first one where you will take tension of getting funds, or second one that he will take tension of getting funds. Which one? है ना? So next time you want to do something, कितना लाख बोलोगे? 3 लाख. अरे बोल दो यार, जाने में क्या है? 5 लाख बोलो. के लिए 5 लाख करोड़ बोलो. 5 लाख करोड़ करेंगे. टेंशन कौन लेगा? रामचंद्र भगवान टेंशन लेंगे, अपने बीवी को बोलेंगे, फिर ये पागल उठ के कुछ बोल रहे हैं, डू समथिंग, थोड़ा एलोकेट करो उसको, है कि नहीं? And this actually works. Prabhu, this actually works. I'm not telling it just like that. When it comes to God's events, keep the onus on Him. तुम देख लो भैया, मैं काम करने के लिए तैयार हूं. And you will get so many obstacles. So many obstacles. And who is sending the obstacles? Who is sending the obstacles? वही भेज रहे हैं. क्या? Why is he sending the obstacles? He's testing you. Huh? Are you thinking you are doing, or are you thinking I am doing? अभी मालूम चलेगा. If I put an obstacle and immediately I stop at that obstacle, means what? I cannot remove the obstacle, so I'm stopping it. ऐसा రండి. ఇలా కుర్చీలో కూర్చుంటాయి. అదే అక్కడ కూర్చోండి మీరు, అక్కడ వెళ్ళి కూర్చో. मजा आया ना? मजा आएगा ना फेस्टिवल करने में? When we are planning to do the 22nd festival here, I'm just sharing. It's an open forum. We are one community. No insulting anyone. So somebody told, "Arey Prabhuji, festival ही नहीं है." It's not festival. It's a opening in Ayodhya. If you go and ask money for Deepavali, maybe they'll give. For Dasara, maybe they'll give. Who will give for opening in Ayodhya? No. We have to do it small. We'll give a little पुलिहोरा, थोड़ा सा द्रोण में दे देंगे. कितना होगा? कितने लोग आएंगे? प्रभु जी कौन आएगा? आप समझ, वर्किंग डे, कौन आएगा? ये फेस्टिवल ही नहीं है. That is how the conversation starts, right? And that's okay. उसी में मजा है ना. See, पहले हीरो पूरा पिटेगा, नीचे गिरेगा, फिर उठेगा, फिर सभी को मारेगा. उसमें मजा आता है ना? आता नहीं आता? तो आता है ना. So this is how it starts. पहले एकदम लो करना है नहीं करना है, वहां से चालू होगा. लेकिन अपने को क्या बोलना है? ग्रैंड होगा, 1 लाख रुपए आएगा. तब बोले लोग, ये पागल फिर से उठ गया है कि नहीं? यहाँ लोग आने न आने की बात कर रहे हैं, ये बोल रहा है पूरा कम्युनिटी आएगा, 1 लाख रुपए डोनेशन आएगा. तो मैं अपने बारे में कुछ बड़ा चीज नहीं बोल रहा. मैं बोल रहा हूँ आप भी ऐसे करो, है ना? बोल डालो, उसके बाद देखेंगे क्या होता है कि नहीं? We have collected 1,20,000 rupees in this community. 1,20,000 rupees in 10 days. किधर से आ पैसा? लक्ष्मी जी दे रही है, हर एक के बैंक अकाउंट में से दे रही है कि नहीं? ICICI, IDBI, कैनाडा, SBI, सभी से है पैसा, है कि नहीं? हाँ, हर चीज के लिए पैसा आएगा, provided you remove yourself out of the equation. अपने आप को बाहर निकालो. We are nothing. We are nothing in front of God. And we want to do something for God, He will take care of it. And that feeling, ऐसे जब आप ऐसे काम करोगे ना, when you keep doing things like that, जब बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करना है, भगवद गीता बांटना है, 10 भगवद गीता लो, गोली तोटी पे जाओ, खड़े हो जाओ. अब ये मत सोचो मैं बेच पाऊंगा नहीं बेच पाऊंगा, कोई खरीदेगा नहीं खरीदेगा. That's not your problem. कृष्णा, मैं पकड़ के खड़ा हूं, तू भेज, जिस को खरीदवाना है तू भेज. And you become very tension free, no? Once you have that feeling, you become very tension free. Yeah, तुम भेजो, जो आगे देखा जाएगा. He will only send. Suddenly somebody will come. Sir, how much Bhagavad Gita? अरे वाह! It's like you are standing there on behalf of God. Right? This satsang is what? Who is Guru here? Nobody is Guru here. He is Guru. ये तो है परम गुरु. What am I doing? I am just repeating what he is telling. मैं मेरा गीता थोड़ी बता रहा हूँ. लीलानंद गीता सुन रहे हैं? किसी को सुनना है लीलानंद गीता? मेरे व्यू तो मेरे को बात भी नहीं कर रहे थे घर पे. मुंह बंद. तुम्हारा गीता की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है ना? भगवद गीता बात करो, है कि नहीं? So we are all here understanding Gita. Gita is the center. Krishna is the center. And if you lead a life like this, doing festivals like this, being part of festivals like this, taking initiatives like this, then what will happen? Dhire, 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 you will become confident of his existence. His presence can be felt. Because, अरे फंड्स किधर से आ रहा है? अरे ये सारा ऑब्स्टिकल किधर से? अरे ये भी हो रहा है, ये भी हो रहा है. अरे कोई तो करा रहा है. It cannot be me. Somebody is doing it. And that somebody is God. कोई कर रहा है. And then over a period of time, you'll become confident that he's there. And then your chanting also will improve. When you chant Hare Krishna, it's not like koi pata nahi kaun Krishna hai nahi. No, he's there. Your confidence is there because you can experience him in your life. Hai na? So you start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What is the meaning of the mantra? Meaning of the mantra Hare, which is Radharani, which is the Supreme Mother, the source of all Lakshmi. You are telling her, hey Radharani, please give me some service to your beloved Krishna. I want to serve my father. Please allow me to serve him. You are asking your mother, right? And you are also telling her that he is Raman, Rama. Raman. Raman means the one who gives pleasure. The way you are experiencing pleasure by serving him, the way everybody is experiencing pleasure by serving him, I also want to experience the pleasure by serving him. Please give me some service. That is the only meaning of the mantra. Please give me service to my father. My mother, please give me service to my father. And let me experience some spiritual pleasure in serving him. That is the meaning of the mantra. इसका कुछ और speculate नहीं करने का. है कि नहीं? Mantra will become very potent and mantra will become very meaningful and effective when you do service. That is the reason service in spiritual life is very important. You should never let go an opportunity to serve. Serve doesn't mean you have to give money. If you give money, good. If you have money, give money. Otherwise, at least come forward and do something. No? Right? Even I'll tell you, in a satsang, even putting this mat is a service. Putting those chairs are a service. After satsang, wrapping up everything is a service. Smallest service. Serving prasadam is a service. Cooking prasadam is a service. Eating prasadam is also a service. That service I really like. Eating prasadam also is a service. Hearing about Krishna is a service. Sunday morning, Krishna, I am giving this time to you. This is my service. It's a service. Engaging your senses in service of God is a service. Engaging your senses in service of God is a service. Please repeat after me. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam, Bhakti Ruchate. What is the meaning of this? Rishikena. Rishik means senses. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, senses. Rishikena. Rishikesha, the controller of all senses. Rishikesh ka matlab kya hai? The controller of all senses. Right? Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam. I am engaging my senses in service of the control of the senses. Bhakti Ruchate. Isi ko bhakti bolte. How beautiful, no? Huh? This is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. Beautiful verse. In one line, pura bol diya. What we have to do? Engage our senses. What senses we have to engage? Seeing devotees, seeing Vigraha, seeing temples. Engage your eyes. You'll be very happy. I'll see movies also. Okay, ठीक है. Movie देख, लेकिन temple भी देख. Develop your attraction. है कि नहीं? Engage your nose in what? In smelling the flowers that are offered to God. In smelling the garland that is offered to God. Huh? The Bhagwan ka phool jab aata hai. Smelling prasadam also is good. Yeah? Food that is offered to God. Smell it. It's good. Huh? What other sense? Hearing. Hear about him. Whom are we praising here? Krishna. That's our agenda. अपना और कोई एजेंडा नहीं है. कृष्णा के बारे में बात करना है ना? भगवद गीता सुनना. So that's another service. What other sense is there? Tongue. Prabhuji, ये तो एकदम ready है हमेशा. है कि नहीं? Yes, engage your tongue in honoring Krishna Prasadam. Right? Nicely have Krishna Prasadam, no problem. So, what other thing is there? Touch. Hug devotees. Touch the deities. Right? How many of you have touched the lotus feet of God anytime? You go to Pandharpur, feet of God. Pandharpur? Huh? No other temple they allow that. That's special in Pandharpur. Normally you can't enter the Garbhavadi. Here you can practically go hold the feet of Rukmini and Krishna Huh? Pandarinath. And you can even keep your head on the feet of the deities. How fortunate. Huh? So this is called engaging your senses in the control of the senses. Rishikesha. Sevanam. You're engaging them in his service. Bhakti Ruchate. Now I'm giving all this background to tell you what. When you do all these activities, over a period of time, your fear of death will go away. चला जाएगा अपने आप. If you are still scared of death, means actually a devotee should not be scared of anything. If your fear is coming, means you are attached to something here. Somewhere Krishna is not there. कहीं तो है. And if you are feeling fearful, don't feel bad about it. If you practice spiritual life properly over a period of time, that will go. Matter of time. At least identify the problem. If you identify the problem, you can fix the problem. We should identify the problem. Right? So here, in this verse, Arjuna is saying that, please show me that form of yours, so that I can regain my consciousness. I want to talk to you like before. I am feeling fearful looking at your the ghastly form in which everybody is dying and going into you and coming out. Can you imagine your wife like Kali every morning? Good morning. किधर पैदा हो गया? है कि नहीं? और your husband like Shivji like तांडव सुबह उठते क्या हो रहा है? Can't imagine, right? But Shiva and Kali are good. They are mother and father of the material world, Shiva Parvati. But you can't be in that form all the time, right, Baba? Settle down so I can talk to you. Right? So Vishwarup is like a very difficult form to conceive. क्या देख रहा हूँ मैं? नहीं, Krishna, please, normal में आ जाओ, बात करना. I can't talk to you when 1,000 heads are going inside, 1,000 heads are coming outside, smashed to the teeth, right? People are dying here and there, and millions of sun's radiance is hitting my eyes. Can you talk to anybody like that? You can't talk to anybody. So Arjuna is also scared. He is representing us actually. So he's telling that please come back to your normal form so I can talk to you. Kirtinam gadinam chakrahastam इच्छामि त्वां द्रष्टुम् अहं तथैव तेनैव रूपेण चतुर्भुजेन सहस्रबाहो भव विश्वमूर्ते. O universal form, O 1,000-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your 4-armed form, with helmeted head, and with club, wheel, conch, and the lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. So he's very specific about it. Please come back to normal. The way you used to be with me. Your Vishnu form you can show. Itna मैं ले सकता हूँ. But beyond that, and actually Vishwarup, I told you, right? Vishwarup is not worshipped in any temple. Can anyone remember why Vishwarup is not worshipped in any temple? Because there is no Vishwarup that is complete. It cannot be complete because God is unlimited. How can you say Vishwarup is, this much is Vishwarup? No, Vishwarup is what? Everything is God. Everything is God, right? So Vishwarup is a way Arjuna proved to the whole world that अगर कोई अपने आप को भगवान बोलता है, ये दिखाने के लिए बोलो. That's all. He made it clear that God, how to identify God. How to identify God. That much he did. That's why in none of the temples in entire India, what in the planet, Vishwarup is worshipped. You'll never see. You'll see 4-armed Narayan form, or you'll see Padmanabha Swami form, Ranganath Swami, or Krishna, Radha Krishna. Bas. You'll never see, 1,000 arms and this and because there is you can't carve Vishwarup. How can you carve? The unlimited, how can you put in limited? It's not possible. And even to think about God, ओ विश्वर भी इतना ही है, इतने ही आते, मेरे पास थोड़ा ज्यादा है. Right? People will get into the tendency, they start comparing them. No, that devata is more than this. No. Like Sahasra Kavaj Rakshas. There was one Rakshas with Sahasra Kavaj, 1,000 Kavaj, right? And he had 1,000 arms, 1,000 into 1,000, 2,000 arms, right? And 2,000 legs. All that thing. Now people will say, hey, this Sahasra Kavaj Rakshas and Krishna, I think who is better? You can't compare Krishna with anybody because he's the source of everything. That's why Vishwarup cannot be conceived beyond a point. That's why he's not worshipped. Who is Sahasra Kavaj Rakshas? Next life? Karna. Becomes Karna in next life. एक ही कवच बचता है उसका, लेकिन एक ही कवच, एक ही कुंडल. सहस्र कवच 999 is removed by whom? Naranarayan Rishis in Badrikashram. They remove it. And then that fellow comes back. मेरा एक बच गया अभी ले, मैं आ जाता हूँ. He goes to Surya, takes the insurance policy and comes. But still he wants to kill Krishna and Arjuna. Like previous life he wanted to kill Naranarayan. He still wants to do it. Then he is killed by Arjuna. तेरा बैंड बच गया. Last कवच भी निकल गया. नहीं? ये पूरा मूवी में नहीं दिखाते. कौन सा जान अवीर असुर अवीर करना नहीं दिखाते उसमें, है ना. उसको एकदम वो आजकल इतना बड़ा हीरो बना देते कर्ण को कि इससे बड़ा कोई हीरो ही नहीं है. He had good qualities. Even Ravan had good qualities. You should appreciate good qualities. But do you worship Ravan? किसके घर में रावण का वर्शिप होता है? जय रावण बरे जय रावण हरे. कोई कहता घर में? हाँ, क्यों नहीं कहते भैया? इतने अच्छे क्वालिटीज रावण के. What is the ultimate thing he did? After all those qualities, what is the ultimate thing he did? He went and took somebody else's wife. Huh? What kind of quality is that? No matter what qualities you have, ultimately what did he do? Last ke injection. Itar barin disko noche. Right? Mandodari, she goes to meet Ram. Mandodari, wife of Ravan. After killing Ravan, Mandodari goes to meet Ram. Please forgive my husband. And as Ram is sitting like this, and Mandodari comes from behind, and her shadow falls on Ram. The sun is that side. And as soon as Ram sees that her shadow is falling, immediately gets up and goes a little far. And then Mandodari says, please forgive my husband. And Ram says, of course, I have forgiven him. But please forgive me also that I have killed your husband. And Mandodari says, Ram, what qualification I have to forgive you? You are such a gentleman, you are not even allowing another woman's shadow to fall on you. What to speak of having an intention on somebody else's wife? तुमने तो मेरे shadow को भी नहीं गिरने दिया तुम्हारे ऊपर. That is your quality. That is the difference between Ram and Ravan. Ravan might be a great Veda Pandit. No? Ravan might tell Sanskrit, tell all the Shastra and everything. But ultimately, what did he do? Ultimately, he took somebody else's wife. Ram may not, I mean, he knows he is the source of all Vedas. But even if he doesn't display his Veda Pandit qualities, but ultimately, what did he do? He Ekapativrata took that vow, and that is what he remained till the end of his life. Right? 42 years Sita was with him. 42 years. After marriage, including Vanvas, 42 years. Ram lived for 11,000 years in Dwapar. So how many years he did not have his wife with him? 10,958 years. Did he marry somebody? आजकल का कोई क्या करेगा? Huh? People before divorce they are searching in matrimony. Chance hai kya? That is the situation today. You know, the chance hai to divorce de deta. Koi mile to. Educated people, and they are commenting on Lord Ram. हमारे मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम राम के ऊपर कमेंट करते हैं. क्या हैसियत है हमको उनके ऊपर कमेंट करने की? What is he? You know, he is मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम Ram, who respected everybody. There is nobody on the planet whom he did not respect. Please come tomorrow. We'll have some Ram Katha. Will come? Yes, we should. We should hear about Lord Ram. Please come tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We are going to take Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman and Palki around the whole community. आएंगे सभी लोग?
Yes.
हाँ? नाचेंगे?
Yes.
हाँ? Yes. एकदम enthusiasm के साथ करना है ना? और उसके बाद वापस आएंगे, विग्रह को बिठाएंगे हॉल में और 2 राम कथा will happen. One in the yoga hall, one in the main hall. Main hall में इंग्लिश में होगा and yoga hall में तेलुगु में होगा. My शिक्षा गुरु Bhagavad Prabhu, I called him. He'll speak beautifully in Telugu. ఎవరికైనా తెలుగులో వినాలని ఉంటే రండి. You can hear in Telugu because language matters. मातृभाषा बहुत उसका असर होता है. You know, when you hear in Telugu, you'll be touched if you're a Telugu person. Right? Please come. And after that, after the whole Ram Katha, whatever little we'll discuss about Lord Ram, and then we will do Pushpabhishek. On the day of his coronation, when you're putting the petals on Lord Ram's deity here, it's equal to putting it there. ये मत सोचो मैं अयोध्या नहीं जा पाया. Don't think you could not go to Ayodhya. Ayodhya has come here. Same Ram in Ayodhya has come here and is telling, worship me. To your satisfaction, worship me. Yeah? We'll do Pushpabhishek and then we're going to have nice prasadam at the end. So please participate enthusiastically. Right? Don't come late. Come one step ahead. 5 minutes early. I'm there. Ram, I'm there for you.
Quiz is also there.
Yes, we'll also have quiz. क्विज यही है कितने लोग सोए मालूम चलेगा. जो भी बोलूंगा लास्ट में क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा उसी में से. मजाक कर रहा हूँ. Just to remind, things like to remind ourselves what we heard. So yeah, 47. Shri, now Lord Krishna is speaking, concluding. Now these are the next 8 verses of conclusion of 11th chapter, where he's going to tell the benefit also. By seeing the universal form or understanding me, what is the benefit? Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Prasannena Tavarjunedam Rupam Param Darshitam Atma Yogat Tejomayam Vishwam Ananta Adhyam Yanmetvad Aneya Nadrishta Purvam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you by my internal potency this supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this primeval form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. So he's telling, you are very fortunate. I have shown you. I have shown you. This is a very important thing we have to learn from this translation. Krishna is telling, I have shown you. Why is this important to know? That I have shown you.
It only depends on me whether I have to show or not.
Exactly. God can be seen when he wants to be seen. Understand this very clearly. भगवान को देखना है तो आप नहीं देख सकते. अगर वो अपने आप को दिखाना चाहते हैं आप देख सकते हैं. तो कल जाके वो झाड़ के पीछे बैठ, प्रभु जी शैडो, प्रभु जी वो शैडो, प्रभु वो कृष्ण, प्रभु कृष्ण को देख लिया मैं. कृष्ण को नहीं देखा, शैडो को देखा. तुम्हारे आंखों से तुम्हारे ऑर्डर पे किसी को नहीं देख सकते. Don't fall for this cheap devotion. Unfortunately, in India, last 50 years without good training, people are falling for cheap devotion. Cheap devotion means what? मैं देख लिया, मैं हर जगह देखता हूँ. तू कैसे देख सकता है अगर वो नहीं दिखा सकते? And what is your qualification to see him? What good qualities you have that you can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Indirectly, when people say that I can see God, is telling that I am a very great fellow, that I can see God. Indirectly, that's what it means. If we go deep inside, how much lust we carry, how much envy we carry, how much jealousy we carry, how much greed we carry, huh? How many bad qualities are sitting inside? And with these qualities, I can see God. I can feel God. No, it is not going to work like that. But if you become humble like that, thinking that Krishna, I have no qualification to see you. I have no qualification to see you, but I want to see you. Because without seeing you, how can I be? How can I fulfill my life? If that humility is true, you will see him. Not with arrogance. I'll find out who is God. I'm seeking God. I'm seeking. I hear from people. I'm finding out who is God. And another peak of ignorance is I'll become God. मैं भगवान बनने वाला हूँ. अभी थोड़ा I'm at the border. अभी थोड़े में बन जाऊँ भगवान. मरने के बाद भगवान बन जाऊँ. Have you heard this philosophy? बहुत पॉपुलर है. सभी लोगों को अच्छा भी लगता है. क्यों? Just imagine I'm telling the satsang. प्रभु जी, रघुराम प्रभु, प्रभु जी भगवान बनने वाले, भगवान बनने वाले. He's laughing also. अच्छा लगता है ना बोलो श्रीनिवास प्रभु. After me, you only next भगवान. अच्छा है ना? Philosophy अच्छा है ना? लेकिन yeah, there is an institution, they call each other Narayan, Narayan. Narayan, 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 Narayan. You're Narayan, you're Narayan. I'm Adi Narayan. I'm also Adi Narayan. It's called Mayavad, where I am not part, I'll merge in God, I'll become God. I'll become Ramachandra. Can you become Ram? Can you become Krishna? You cannot. Where we can only become their servants. Right? So, so he's saying by my internal potency, I am showing you. This is very important. Remember this one statement from here. I am showing you my form by my internal potency, not because of your extraordinary skills or qualifications. है कि नहीं? दर्शन कौन देता है? दर्शन कौन देता है? दर्शन लेते हैं या दर्शन देते हैं? दर्शन वो देते हैं. ठीक है? हमारा एमएलए रिकमेंडेशन लेटर से दर्शन नहीं मिलता है. हमारे एमपी रिकमेंडेशन से दर्शन नहीं मिलता है. हाँ, they will see something. You will see a stone with nice jewelry shining. हाँ, अच्छा लगा मेरे को. वो तो तेरे को नारायण ज्वेलर्स में ऐसे लगेगा. Why to go to Tirupati? Go to Narayana Jewelers and see there, all diamonds. You'll see there also you'll feel nice. Huh? So people who think they are great go to Tirupati or go to these great places and they find themselves as exclusively standing there. And what do they watch ultimately? Ask them, what did you see in God? He was shining. He was पूरा विग्रह को ऐसे किया. मैं वहीं पे खड़ा था. पूरा उनका अभिषेक किया, ये किया, वो किया. ठीक है? वो देखने के बाद क्या हुआ? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट डिड यू डू आफ्टर सीइंग गॉड? उसके बाद वो बीमास गए, डोसा खाया, छोटा नीचे तिरुपति गए, वहां इडली खाया. बाहर निकलते क्या किया? वही पॉलिटिक्स बात किया, वही नॉनसेंस यू आर टॉकिंग. मींस how is it possible that you continue the nonsense after seeing God? What is most attractive thing after seeing God?
Think about it.
You cannot think of anything except God. He is so attractive. Gopis of Vrindavan cannot think of anything except Krishna. They cannot think of anything except Krishna. Their day starts with Krishna, their day ends with Krishna, their life ends with Krishna, their existence is Krishna. Akarshayati iti Krishna. They can't think of anything else. There is no other priority. When Lord Ram was walking in Dandakaranya forest, the sages used to come and just look at Ram. Bas, ye darshan bas hai mujhe. I don't want anything else. My tapasya is full ho gaya, mera ho gaya khatam. Just look at Ram. And some sages told, we also want to get the advantage of what you have with Sita. We want to associate with you. And Lord Ram told us, by the way, I am Eka Pativrata. In this life, even if you come like a woman, I can't accept you. Next life, Gopi ko tarah jao. All the sages of the forest became gopis in Vrindavan. Right? Because he gave that. See, he doesn't. He accepts every desire when it has love. Love is the most important. When there is love, he'll accept every desire, and he accepted, even as Lord Ram. Right? So the point is, he has to reveal himself, and he'll reveal only when we are humble, only when we are thinking like a devotee. न वेद यज्ञ अध्ययन अध्ययन अध्ययनैर्न धनैर् Wait, it's a little difficult verse. We'll read it once again. न वेद यज्ञ ध्यायनैर्न धनैर् न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुग्रैः एवं रूपं सख्य अहं निर्लोके द्रष्टुं त्वद् अन्येन कुरु प्रवीरा. A very important thing Krishna is going to tell. Please focus. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. For neither by studying the Vedas, nor by practicing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances, can I be seen in this form in the material world. So इसका मतलब क्या है? Now, very important, huh? People who are ritualistic, especially. प्रभु जी, मैं 1 month सिर्फ दूध पी के रही. No, I only drank milk for 1 month, so I am qualified to see God. प्रभु जी, I gave 90% of my property in donation, so I am qualified to see God. Prabhu ji, I do Satyanavratam every day. Every day. Forget about every month, every quarter, every year. Every day I do Satyanavratam. I can see you. Right? Prabhu ji, I have read the entire Vedas. पूरा मुंह में से निकलता है वेदा से. टको 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 टको. I sneeze also and verse will come out. I can see God. What is Krishna telling here? Even if you know all the Vedas, even if you do whatever amount of charity you want to do, even if you claim that you are a greatest scholar, Veda Pandit, even if you do the greatest of the penances, go sit in Himalayas, you will not see me. You will not see me. You will see something that of your own imagination. You will not see me. Right? Very important. Why is he telling this? He is trying to imbibe bhakti in us. That only through bhakti you can see me. Only through love you can see me. By your penances you cannot see me. Penances create pride. Remember that. Penances create pride. And the person who has pride cannot see God. It's very important. अगर उससे आप में अहंकार आता है तो भगवान को नहीं देख सकते. हिमालय जाने में मना नहीं है, दान देने में मना नहीं है, लेकिन देने के बाद क्या आता है? अहंकार. अगर अहंकार आता है, you cannot see. Please repeat after me. त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमाननीय मानदेन कीर्तनय सदा हरि. It's a beautiful verse in Shishtastakam prayers by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swayam Krishna told Bhagavad Gita, entire Bhagavad Gita he told in 8 verses of bhakti. Trinadapi sunichena means what? I should become more humble than a blade of grass. अब यहाँ पे घास है. If you walk on it, चुभेगा आपको? क्यों नहीं चुभेगा? वो तो ऐसे दिख रहा है ना. Can't you see so many? क्यों नहीं चुभेगा? Why it will not? As soon as you step on it, it will bend. If it doesn't bend, can you walk? Can you imagine, right? It bends. So it is very. So I should become more humbler than a blade of grass. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. I should become more humbler than a blade of. Somebody insult you also, no problem. Okay. Not that I'm saying tolerate insult, but don't take it as insult on you. Just bend. Just, accept. Okay, I deserve to be insulted. No problem. Trinadapi sunichi. Tarorapi sahishnuna. Taror means tree. Sahishnuna. I should become more tolerant than a tree. If you throw a stone on a tree, what the tree will do? It will throw one fruit down. Huh? Does a tree react? If you cut the tree also, does it react? Okay, use my wood. It will again grow. Again it will give shade. Right? Give shade. Tarorapi sahishnuna. Become more humbler than a blade of grass. Become more tolerant than a tree. Third one is very difficult. Amananiya manadena. Give all respect to others. ये भी ठीक है. Next one is challenge. Don't expect any respect in return. Huh? Don't expect any respect in return. What is the first one? More humbler than a blade of grass. Trinadapi sunichai. Next one. More tolerant than a tree. Tarorapi sahishnuna. Third one. Amananiya manadena. Both third and fourth. Amananiya manadena. When somebody, now listen to the complete verse. When there is anybody who becomes more humbler than a grass, blade of grass, and who is more tolerant than a tree, and is respecting everybody and not expecting anything in return, when such person does kirtan, I will come and dance. Kirtanaya sadahari. Such person can do kirtan without any stoppage. He will never stop chanting. He will continue chanting because that nature is needed to continue chanting. What is the greatness of Hanumanji? Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amananiya manadena, kirtane sadahari. That's why you can do kirtan of Ram all the time. You and me, I cannot do kirtan of Ram all the time. After half an hour, ठीक है आज के लिए पर हनुमान जी को उठाना पड़ता है. अरे उठो यार. नहीं राम 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 राम. अरे उठो बहुत हो गया. हे राम राम राम. You have to pull him to do something else except Ram Bhajan. Somebody like me, you have to pull me to do Ram Bhajan. Do Ram Bhajan. थोड़ा देर तो कर. है कि नहीं? That is the difference. The great devotees, they have these four qualities. Then you can see God. Who can see God? Can a Muslim see Krishna? If he has those four qualities. Can a Jain see Krishna? If he has those four qualities. Can a Hindu Sanatani see Krishna? Only if he has those four qualities. Spirituality is above religion, Prabhus. Religion तो अपना बनाया हुआ है. We created religion. Spirituality is above. Bhakti is above any religion. Bhakti is above any religion. For bhakti, what you need? Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amananiya manadena, kirtane sadahari. Then if you do kirtan, your voice will go till Krishna. When Ramadas sang his bhajans, Lord Ram came. He came. Paluke Bangaramayana. Yaswami Paluke Bangaramayana. When he said that, Ram actually came with tears. Ram came. My devotee singing my name. When Annamaya sang in front of Tirupati, right? Yedukondalavada, Venkateramana, Govinda. He ran down and he came. When Gajendra, while dying in the lake, he said, okay, now I'm going to die. I've been asking. Now I'm going to die. What now? Now what I'll do last thing? Style में जाऊंगा. क्या style में? He took a rose. And he presented the rose to Narayan. He said, okay, I'm dying now. This is my gift to you. Take it. And as soon as Narayan saw that, he started running. Lakshmi Devi is like, Tero, where are you running? Where your chappal? Narayan is, bhaad mein gaya chappal. This is the love of God. Bhaad mein gaya chappal. He sat on Garuda. Garuda, go! And Garuda said, okay, no, you sit behind me now. Because today you can't maintain the speed that I wanted to go in. You cannot go at the speed that I want you to go in. Garuda is like, I am your vehicle. Tu piche bat pehle. Narayan brought Garuda there. And he lifted Gajendra out. That is called love of devotion. What was the quality of Gajendra? Trinadapi sunichena, tarodapi sahishnuna, amananiya manadena, kirtane sadhare. And we as a satsang can develop this quality. Our goal is to develop this quality. Our goal is not to, Prabhu, Bhagavad Gita खत्म हो गया. खत्म होने के बाद क्या हुआ? प्रभु आज 11th चैप्टर खत्म हो गया. खत्म होने के बाद क्या हुआ? ये क्वालिटी में से कुछ आया? आने का चांस है. अगर आने का चांस है, काम बना. Right? The whole purpose of this satsang, of doing Bhagavad Gita or me coming and you coming, is what? Ultimately to develop these four qualities. Trinadapi sunichena, tarodapi sahishnuna, amaniya manadena, kirtane sadhare. When these qualities are developed, we are all done. Purpose is served. Then Lord Ram will come, Lord Krishna will come, everybody will come in our life. Hai na? Did you like this explanation? Huh? You should remember this. And tomorrow, whomever you meet, they say Jai Shri Ram. If he is willing to listen, just tell him that, Bhaiya, Jai Shri Ram bolo, lekin ye qualities bhi develop karo. है ना? ऐसे जय श्री राम चिल्लाने में कोई मतलब नहीं है. जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम. उसके बाद क्या किया वो मत पूछो, है कि नहीं? लेकिन develop this quality. At least try to develop these qualities. This is very important. Otherwise, you will never get darshan of God. Everything is external. है ना? Everything is external. Yeah. So I'll read the translation once again. Please hear. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activities, nor by severe penances, can I be seen in the form in this material world. You cannot see God. You have to develop the qualities. Now you tell me, if somebody says, Prabhuji, kal main moon dekh raha tha Prabhuji, और moon के अंदर Prabhuji मेरे को कृष्णा दिखे. Photoshop में बना देना आजकल, right? Photoshop में you can make anybody also. You can see my face also in moon, if I want to. How many people here know Photoshop? किसी को आता है? मेरा सूरत बनाएंगे क्या? हाँ? You can make that. You can make a fool out of anybody. है कि नहीं? 49. माते व्यथामा च विमूढ़ भावो दृष्ट्वा रूपम घोरम इद्रिम ममेदम व्यपेत भी प्रीत मना पुनस्त्वाम तद एव मे रूपम इदं प्रपश्य. You have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now, let it be finished. My devotee, be free again from all disturbances. Be a peaceful mind. You can now see the form you desire. So he's saying, don't worry about it. Now you will see my form. Don't be scared. In front of me, don't be scared. Right? Sanjay Uvacha Iti Arjunam Vasudevasthatokya Iti Arjuna Vasudevasthatokya Swakam Rupam Darshayam Asa Bhuya Asvasayam Ashache Bhitam Enam Bhutva Puna Saumya Vapur Mahatma. Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. Yeah. So Swayam Rupa. The word Swayam Rupa is very significant. Swayam Rupa is a beautiful form. It is known as the most beautiful form. Swayam Rupa. He's saying Swayam Rupa, two-handed form. Krishna holding flute is the original form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that is what Arjuna wanted to see. And that is what finally Krishna showed him. Arjuna Uvacha Dristvedam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana Idanim Asmi Samvrutta Sacheta Prakritim Gata. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, O Janardana, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind. I am restored to my original nature. So Prabhupada explains here, I'll read the purport, the important one. Here the words Manusham Rupam clearly indicate the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be originally two-handed. Those who deride Krishna as if he were an ordinary person are shown here to be ignorant of his divine nature. If Krishna is like an ordinary human being, then how is it possible for him to show the universal form? And again to show his 400 Narayana form? So it is very clearly stated in Bhagavad Gita that one who thinks that Krishna is an ordinary person or who misguides the reader by claiming that it is the impersonal Brahman within Krishna speaking is doing the greatest injustice. Krishna has actually shown his universal form and his 400 Vishnu form. So how can he be an ordinary human being? A pure devotee is not confused by misguiding commentaries on Bhagavad Gita because he knows what is what. The original verses of Bhagavad Gita are very clear as the sun. They do not require lamplight from foolish commentators. Prabhupada smashed foolish commentators. Because you know what people there are many people who wrote Bhagavad Gita commentaries. But nobody is writing what exactly is the truth. What is they write? Actually, Krishna is not speaking. The Brahman from within Krishna is speaking. There is Brahman, which is formless sky. From that, different forms of God come. That Brahman is speaking through Krishna. Is it written like that? Krishna is speaking. After reading Bhagavad Gita, whom we should worship? Krishna. Who spoke Bhagavad Gita? Krishna. इतना बेसिक चीज समझना मुश्किल है. They will never declare that. They are called Mayavadis. That is Brahman है. पूरा फॉर्मलेस है. उसमें से भगवान आता है. Formless भगवान का शक्ति है. You will read that in 12th chapter now. Next chapter you will read that. 12th and 13th chapter. It explains. Brahmano pratishtaham. The Brahman comes out of me. It's my energy. Krishna says very clearly. But foolish commentators, they try to write whatever they want. Recently, one very famous guru, he spoke Bhagavad Gita in 4 episodes. Right? 20 minutes. Each episode 20 minutes. He is a very, very famous guru. You know, when he conducts classes, you know, like 1 lakh people attend, even in America. That is the kind of following he has. You hear those 4 classes, not a single place he told Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And not a single verse he explained in Bhagavad Gita. He just spoke what he likes to speak. And he told Bhagavad Gita, ho gaya, yata tata. Why don't you first read Bhagavad Gita? What kind of conclusion is that? What did you ultimately derive to? Nothing. He just spoke whatever he wants to speak. Like that, there are many people outside. Only the Bhagavad Gita, translated by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, created devotees. Remaining all Bhagavad Gitas created Gyanis. You understand it? भक्त बनना है. Bhagavad Gita पढ़ने के बाद क्या बनना है? भक्त बनना है. That is the goal of Bhagavad Gita. What did Arjuna become after hearing Bhagavad Gita? Devotee of Krishna. I said, Krishna, now you tell me whom to kill. I am ready. Right? You see, God was putting garland to his Dhanush. Arjuna, he was not killing people. He was putting garland on people on behalf of Krishna. Krishna, now I am going to do the duty for your pleasure. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevana, Bhakti Ruchate. I am going to do this now. This war is not anymore a ghastly thing for me. It's a service for me. Service. There was no difference. Dancing with Krishna, fighting a war for Krishna, there is no difference. Right? Understanding the essence? Bhakti. Ultimately, we have to get Bhakti after reading this. Now, Krishna is going to speak. The final 3 verses, please, important verses. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Su Durdasham Idam Rupam Driswan Asiyan Mama Deva Api Asya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kankshina. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. So Krishna is telling this final form that you are seeing me, the original form is very difficult for people to behold. Why? They'll think that you are like me only. It's very difficult. See, Krishna comes simply, just imagine, Krishna comes here now. Right? He just comes and sits like this. And he's looking at us. मेरे जैसे ही लग रहा है. इसके बारे में इतना क्यों बोला? What is the big deal about him? Right? You might start thinking like that. Very difficult to behold. That's why even the devatas, they get confused sometimes. The same one? Yahi God hai? Is he the same person who showed the universal form? Is he the source of everything? They get confused. Because God is so simple that his simplicity can bewilder you. Right? But he's saying that is the most dear form of mine. Like, Krishna was with his friends, in the lunch time. So Krishna got laddu. Yashodama packed laddu for him that lunch. And some other mother packed halwa. Some other mother packed paisam. Right? So all the friends are getting the tiffin dabbas. We all go right school, tiffin dabba. So every day morning, all tiffin dabbas are given. And Krishna also goes. And afternoon time, when lunch time comes, one demon will come. And Krishna will kill that fellow. Because if no demon will come, they'll not know that it's lunchtime. To remind them while playing. Because they're so busy playing that somebody has to come and tell them lunchtime. So some Mukasura, Dikasura, Dakasura, somebody will come. So he'll kill that Asura. Then the friends will, Krishna, are you feeling hungry? They'll not tell that I am hungry. They'll always say, Krishna, are you feeling hungry? Why? Because their mothers have packed the lunch not for them, for Krishna. That also they know. And they know that when they feed Krishna, they'll be more happier than eating themselves. Right? So then they all will sit in a circle. Then Krishna will be like, okay, what did you bring? Nikal, kya likh raha hai? Kya mere liye kya bheje? Then they'll open one. So one of them, what they'll do, will take that paisam and put in his mouth. Like this, he'll give. Full move barke. Then Krishna, you know what he'll do? What he can do? If your friend has kept paisam in his mouth, how can you take it? Huh? Krishna will go open his mouth and he'll hit his mouth. Boom! He'll hit like this. And the whole paisam from his mouth will fall into Krishna's mouth and Krishna will... Achha. This scene was seen by Brahma. Brahma is watching. Supreme Personality of Godhead, how beautifully he is coming and doing these pastimes. He only called, by the Brahma is the one who called Krishna. In the beginning of the Yuga, Brahma is the one who went to Shveteshwara Dvip and said, Bhaiya, come, Many Kshatriyas are not doing their duty. You have to come and Paritranaya Sadhuna Vinaya. Please do all that. Please come. And Krishna appeared. And then Brahma is saying, oh, very nice. And Brahmaji ke samne, this person, Krishna is going, look, he's eating that. Brahma said, what? What did you just do? He cannot be God. Ye bacha kuch aur hai. He's not God. Because on the other side, Devatas and Rishis are doing yajnas, maintaining all neatness, Gaumutra, Gau, ye dal ke, karke, swaha, swaha, swaha kar rahe. Still Vishnu is not appearing to accept what they are giving. And here is the Vishnu who is, anybody wants to try this today? Can't even imagine, right? Ji, Prabhuji, kya baat kar rahe? Krishna is doing that. He's drinking the paisam or juice from somebody else's mouth. He cannot be Krishna. Enough is enough. He cannot be Krishna. Right? It's a big Brahma Vimohan Leela. There is a whole Leela. We'll discuss some other day. What Brahma did after this. And then he became completely humble. Right? So Krishna does things like that. It's very difficult to conceive. So that's what Krishna is telling here. Even demigods cannot behold my activities. Because all Krishna saw is the love in his devotee. Ram can eat bear which are eaten by Shabari. Lakshman was Sankarshan. Lakshman is Sankarshan. What are you doing? Ye kya kar rahe ho? Ram is like, wait. And you will not get any share. मेरे लिए प्यार से दे रही है. उसमें प्यार है. That is what when Krishna went to Hastinapur and Duryodhan said, politically, Dushasan, you allocate your room and make a big feast of buffet for Krishna. All the palaces, out of all the palaces in Hastinapur, the most famous sweet is Dushasan's. So, okay, you keep in your palace a big, menu of all things. Krishna likes butter also. Keep that butter also. Keep everything. And I'll call Krishna here because he came here to negotiate on behalf of Pandavas, right? We'll पहले से उसको घूस दे देते हैं. Right? Krishna comes and he says, okay, I'll meet you tomorrow. So when is the meeting? He said, tomorrow morning is the meeting. Okay, so Krishna, okay, I'm going. Duryodhan says, hey, Krishna, we have arranged everything for you. You can come. You can come to that Dushasan's place. Krishna, in one word, he says, you are an enemy of my devotees. If tomorrow you become a friend of my devotees, I'll come. You're an enemy of my devotees. I cannot honor in your Raj Mahal. I cannot. Directly says. Right? And he is shocked. Duryodhan ka uska to ekdam izzat nikal diya. And to make it more pinching on Duryodhan, Krishna knows which button to press. He says, I am going to Vidura's house. And Vidura is a Dasi Putra. He never wanted to take the kingly comforts, even though he was a minister. He always recognized himself as a Dasi Putra. I will live in poverty. I will not want to be somebody, Dharmaraj. Dharma is representing. So he stays in this simple house and his wife, who would only cook for him how much is needed. And at untimely time, Krishna enters the house. You know this pastime, all of you. It's such a beautiful pastime. He goes there and he says, I'm hungry. Like a small child. Just imagine. You open the door and koi bacha nahi. Auntie, I'm hungry. कैसे लगेगा? तो अंदर आ पहले. Something will make, right? And Krishna is there, I'm hungry. Hungry of what? Love. Krishna is always hungry for love. Right? And I'm hungry. And immediately she says, you first come inside. Hey Janardhan, Govinda, please come inside. Come and sit. And Vidura comes, what are you doing here? You should be in the palace. Can I stay in your house? This is yours. Everything is yours. Whole Jagat is yours. You are Jagannath. Jagat ke Nath. And you are telling, can I stay here? It's your house. And you're hungry. Eat. And the first thing that she could see She doesn't want to delay. She doesn't want to delay. She goes and gets bananas. She gets bananas. She eat the bananas. And she's so much in love seeing the beautiful face of Krishna. Namah Pankaja Nabhaya, Namah Pankaja Maline, Namah Pankaja Netraya, Namaste Pankaja Angre. Everything is like a lotus flower. She's just touching. She wants to touch like a butter. His face is like butter. His eyes are like lotus. His look is filled with love. She's just looking at him. She's removing the banana, throwing the banana, giving the peel. Krishna is taking that, eating the peel. And Vidura is seeing his wife and him. What is she doing? And Krishna is like, don't disturb me. Don't disturb me. We are in love with each other. Right? He's eating the peel of banana. किसी को खाना है? Has anybody eaten peel of banana? कैसे लगता है? Huh? You would not even want to do that. And Krishna is eating. Now tell me, how is this fellow God? How can he be God? It's very inconceivable. God is so great that you can never understand God. He's so great. Never judge God. That is the reason tomorrow, earlier also Ram Navami had spoken about some controversial topics of Ramayana. One of my goals is to remove that, the controversial things that people keep in the name of Ram, like Agni Pariksha, like sending Sita to Vanvas. A lot of people have these questions. Recently, one fellow, I think I don't want to name the party. You know what that nonsense party is. One of them from that party started saying, Ram used to eat meat. He's making open comment. When Ram went to Guha, you know who is Guha? Guha is king of a forest. Can I take 5 more minutes? Is that okay? Huh? Because chhed diya to bhi complete karte hain. When Ram went to Guha, after crossing that river, he went to the forest Guha. Till that time, he was on the chariot. So, Guha was his father's friend, Ram Dashrath's friend. So, he's a village king. As soon as Ram came, like, you are here, Ram, whatever injustice happened to you, I want to serve you. I want to serve you. So, he gives nice bed for him and everything. And Ram says, no, I'm in Vanvas. I can't take all these comforts. And immediately, Lakshmana makes a bed of grass and put some leaves on it. Ram sleeps there. And then Lakshmana is like, he wants to make sure that nobody's attacking. So he starts circumambulating Ram when he's sleeping there. Nidra Devi comes and says, Lakshmana, it's time for you to also sleep. Lakshmana says, I want a favor. What is that? My Nidra, give it to my wife. Let Urmila take the remaining Nidra. I don't want to be sleeping. My service is not to sleep here. Her service is to sleep. Because in my separation, she might suffer more. Let her sleep. So he is walking around. And this Guha, he sees that Lakshmana is holding arrow and going around Ram. He gets a doubt on Lakshmana. Because he loves Ram so much. What is Lakshmana's intention? As soon as Ram sleeps, he wants to kill him. That is why he came from the kingdom. Some wrong, this is all you should understand as a pastime, as a mellow, as a, lila. So he says, okay, I am going to circumambulate Lakshman. So Guha takes his arrow and Dhanuja starts, just imagine, he's circumambulating. And the whole Vanavasis, there, they look at Guha, their king circumambulating with the arrow. They feel, I think there is some big danger. We'll also circumambulate. Just imagine, Sita and Rama are sleeping. Arjun, Lakshman is circumambulating them. Guha is circumambulating them. And the whole, kingdom of Guha is circumambulating them. And then Guha says to Ram, after he gets up, I have made all nice things for you to eat. You have come to my kingdom for the first time. This is your kingdom. It's not my kingdom. Please honor this. And there is a clear verse in Valmiki Ramayana where Ram says, I would not eat anything except roots and fruits. मैं इसके सिवा कुछ नहीं खाऊंगा. Even in Valmiki Ramayana, even in Tulsidas, any commentary, the statement is very clearly there. I will not eat anything except roots and fruits. Kandamul. And they also claim that is Maryada Purushottam. Maryada Purushottam means one who will never go back on his word. How can they say he's eating meat? There are many proofs. There are many proofs in Ramayana that he never ate meat. But these fellows, in the name to create some caste thing, some politics, they're even trying to spoil the name of Lord Ram. There is a Telugu speaker, I don't know how to name that fellow. He speaks a lot in YouTube. Paka, 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 like a goat he speaks. All that. Man. He thinks he knows Shastra. He also told Ram eats meat. How? There is a statement in Ramayana when Ram is leaving for Vanavas, his mother Kaushalya will be crying. There is a big pastime what all he spoke to Kaushalya. But he says to Kaushalya that I promise you, mother, that even in the most dire situation, I will not eat meat. Now, what is the statement? Even in the most dire situation, I will not eat meat. What this fellow understood out of it? That means other times he used to eat meat. Dine Krura Buddha antaru. Krura Buddha no atle alistadu. That means other time. Why did he make that statement? You should understand. Why God doesn't speak anything without a purpose. Bhagavad Gita, every shloka, every word is a jewel because God is speaking. Now Ram is speaking. Even in the most dire situation, I will not eat meat. He told that because there is a Shastra, and the Shastra says a Kshatriya can eat meat. But in what situation? Where it is a question of his life or death. Just imagine you are pierced, your hands are completely gone, your legs are not working, you are crawling on the floor, you are bleeding, you are going to die now on the battlefield. And there is nobody. In that situation where you can't cook anything, you can't get anything, if you get an animal, if you get a bird, you can eat. Because you're only trying to save yourself in that situation. In that situation. Right? So Ram is telling, even in that situation, if I get into that situation also in my Vanavas, I will not eat meat. Do you understand the context? He is quoting and telling that I will follow the vow I have given to my father Dasarath, my mother Kaushalya. I am giving you a vow that whatever happens, even a Kshatriya is allowed. But even if I am allowed, even in that situation, I will not eat meat. Now you can see how the whole interpretation has been made. Many statements we can go on. I'm not expert in Ramayana, but if you sit with the right sadhus, they will tell you who is Ram and what kind of quality do we have to comment on such a great personality called Ram. Right? So please, come for Ram Katha. I want all of you to learn these things. Why am I sharing these things with you? So that you will go and share with somebody. Please. कोई चप्पड़ ना मूर्ख लगे. मूर्खों को बताओ कि ऐसे बात नहीं करते. समझो, रामायण पढ़ो, महाभारत पढ़ो, सीखो, भगवद गीता सीखो. Then also you don't have a right to comment. See, even now when I get a doubt on anything, why did Ram do like this? I don't immediately conclude, Ram ऐसे ही करेगा, मेरे जैसा ही है. No, I will go to my guru. And I'll ask my guru, Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Padekshyantate Jnanam Jnananas Tattvadarshina. You are a Tattvadarshi. You know everything. I'm a fool. I'm a fool number one. Please, can you explain me why this act was done by God? In that mood, if you ask, you'll understand the answer. If you go there and ask, I know he's a meat eater, you tell what you want to tell. Some people come to satsang not to learn, to clarify. प्रभु जी मैं जानता हूँ पूरा बहुत, तुम बोलो जो बोलना है. वो समझेगा वो कुछ? Will he understand anything? He'll not understand it. He is not coming here to learn only. One fellow is only coming here to see the count. कितने लोग हैं? ताकि रिपोर्ट करना है किसी और को. People come with agendas, even to satsang. Only there should be one agenda to satsang. My agenda and your agenda, same. What is that agenda? To serve Lord Ram, to hear about Ram, to learn about Ram, to understand about Krishna, to understand who is God, how to become a devotee, how to ultimately get the qualities. What qualities? Trinadapi Sunichena, Taropi Sahishnuna, Amananiya Manadena, Kirtanya Sada. Those are the qualities. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. Very well. It's a big purport of Prabhupada. I request you to read the entire thing. I told some parts of it already. Krishna concludes, Naham Veder na tapasya, na danena na Chai na danena chejjaya sakya evam vidho drastum drastvan asimam yatha. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. He's even saying worship, because people are proud of worship also. मैंने आज सुबह 15 नारियल फोड़े. That also is a statement to tell. You know, मैं 4 धाम 5 बार घूम के आई. केदारनाथ में मेरा गेस्ट हाउस है. You know, people become proud of so many things they do. Krishna is telling, none of these will give you access to me. He's repeating it actually. Second time it's again, he's telling, not by charity, not by your efforts, you can see me. You can only see me. You can only understand me through love. And love means bhakti. Love means bhakti. Bhakti means what? I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything. I just want service. What is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Oh my mother, give me service to my father. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please give me service. Please give me service. That's all I want. That's all I want. Right? That is the right consciousness. Now here is telling the most biggest secret. Next two verses are kind of the most, Acharyas explain that this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. 11.54 and 55. You can circle it. Very, very important verses. Bhaktyatvi ananyaya sakya aham evam vidho arjuna Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena pravestum cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Only by devotion, only by devotion, only by devotion. Without devotion, you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. You cannot. Bhaktosmi Sakha Cheti, 4th chapter says, only my Bhakta can understand this knowledge. You cannot understand otherwise. You cannot understand otherwise. Krishna is sitting on the bank of the river, and all the gopis are who always want to marry Krishna, who always want to be in love with Krishna, are taking bath. Krishna steals their clothes and is sitting there and saying, if you want your clothes, come out. Now, this pastime is interpreted as the most lusty aspect of God, isn't it? People are even uncomfortable to discuss this particular pastime. Hare, Krishna wants to see them nagna. He wants to see them naked. What kind of God is he? What kind of this? Hare, what is naked and not naked in front of God? He is the creator of everything. What is your body in front of God? Now, why am I telling this? People, when I tell them, let's come for parikrama around the building. मुझे पता नहीं लोग क्या देखेंगे मेरे को देखेंगे मैं नहीं आऊंगा. You should become nagna in front of God. Be ready to become naked in front of God. So that is bhakti. The gopis of Vrindavan did not have any hesitation to become nagna in front of God. When they came out, they kept their hand on the breast and another hand on below. Then Krishna said, lift both your hands and come. What kind of God is this? He wanted to prove the whole world for eternity who are gopis. For a gopi, for a woman, chastity is the greatest jewel. It cannot be given out to anybody. And if somebody sees you like that, he has to be your husband, nobody else. That is the standard of Vedic society. And those girls knew that if we do that, then nobody will marry us. And actually our existence is no meaning. They lifted all their hands. And they came out laughing, looking at Krishna, you will make us surrender. And that is bhakti. You can't do that unless you are a devotee. Krishna wanted to see the whole world that there is nobody greater than gopis. Because what did gopis do? They accepted infamy for Krishna. Infamy means what? Infamy means what?
Ruining reputation.
Ruining your reputation. Are you ready to ruin your reputation for Krishna? Just think about it. You are doing all service to Krishna and the whole society thinks you are a nonsense. And you're ready to do that, knowing that everybody is thinking is nonsense. Still, I am a devotee of Krishna. It's not easy, Baba. Bhakti doesn't mean your reputation is good and only then you are a devotee. Sometimes being a devotee, you have to take bad reputation also. Are you ready for it? Krishna is going to test you to that point. He's not going to test you at a point which you think you're comfortable. Ramadas accepted infamy for the pleasure of Ram. He collected donations for making the temple in Bhadrachalam. And the government accused him that you have not taken donations, you have taken that money from the tax collected on behalf of government. And they put him in this Golconda fort. Here, in this Golconda fort. Just imagine, he went to house collecting little money to construct the temple. And now he is accused that he has taken the tax money and is put in the bars. And what is Ramadas doing inside that jail? He is doing bhajan. कर सकते हैं ऐसा? इसको बोलते भक्ति. He is doing bhajan inside that. How many of you have gone to that place? Please go. It's very close by. Go to Golconda Fort. Ask Ramadas jail. He'll take you. With his fingers, he made a carving of Lord Ram. It's there even now on the wall. Because he cannot live without seeing Ram. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, he made with his fingers on the rock with his blood. And he was singing Ram bhajans. And what did Ram do? He brought the money from Vaikunta, Lakshmi Devi ke paas se, and he went to that Mughal emperor and he gave that money saying, your money is here. He didn't take any money. And that money, that coins given by Ram to the Mughal emperor are even now there in Bhadrachalam. You can go and see the coins. They are not the gold from this world, not from Narani jewelers, from the spiritual world he brought them. Inconceivable. And then he says, release my devotee. He was constructing temple for me. Gopis left all their lajja, all their feeling towards their individuality and lifted their hands. Krishna, my body is for your enjoyment. If you don't enjoy, what is the worth of this body? That is bhakti, Re Baba. That pastime is bhakti. And sometimes, if you have to dance around the community for Lord Ram, you should dance. अरे भाड़ में गया जो लोग सोचते हैं मेरे बारे में. मैं भगवान के लिए नाच रहा हूँ, समझ रहे? मैं भगवान के लिए गा रहा हूँ. You should become naked in front of God. That is bhakti. Huh? There should not be any hesitation to serve God. अगर आपको माइक दूं, गाओ जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम. I'll do it in front of anybody. किसी के भी सामने. Let him think I'm religious. Let him think I'm fanatic. Let him think I'm an idiot. Let him think I'm not secular. Let him think whatever he wants to think. I don't want to say that. It's a very rude thing to say. I'll not say I don't care. I say I care only for Ram. That's all. Children, and who are the children you are here, never hesitate to introduce your parents in any situation to anybody. This is nothing but pride. My friend's children, he told him, please don't drive close to the school, drop me half kilometer away. Because your car is old model. It's truth. Just think about the father. He's dying to earn money for his family. He's doing everything in his capacity. And what are his children telling? Papa, I love you. Can you imagine the pain the father must be going through? But he will not go through that pain in front of the children. He said, Beta koi baat nahi. Get down here. That is called love. Never judge your parents on what they could give you. See the essence in what they could give and what they had. Don't be surprised if all of us have eaten one meal when our parents could not eat that day. It has already happened. You don't know. Your parents never told you. But there might have been one day where nothing was there. It was only enough for one person and they gave it to you and they slept hungry. And you will never even know that. Only one person will know. Who is that? Krishna will know. Your parents will know, Krishna will know. That is called love. Become naked in front of your God. Don't be, why am I telling this today, is don't put reservations to show your love for God. बहुत हो गया. सनातन धर्म को हमारे शर्म ने मारा है. समझ रहे? हमारे शर्म ने, हमारे इंडिविजुअलिटी ने सनातन धर्म को मारा है. Let it not happen anymore. I love Krishna. सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय. किसी के भी सामने, कोई भी सिचुएशन में. Tomorrow I am playing coronation of Lord Ram in my office. मैं लगाने वाला हूँ. बोल दिया. अगर जिसको अच्छा ना लगे बोल दो. प्रॉब्लम नहीं. नहीं करने दोगे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. लेकिन मैं मेरे तरफ से एफर्ट तो लगाऊंगा. I'll put my effort. राम जी का हो रहा है, बैठ के देखते हैं सभी लोग. कितना टाइम देखना है? 1.5 hour ना. 1.5 hour ना. बाद में काम कर लो. स्केड्यूल करो, कैलेंडर ब्लॉक करो, बैठो, देखो. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मैं एग्जांपल नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूं, वी शुड थिंक लाइक दैट. Don't be shameful to show that you are a devotee. Don't be shameful to be in dhoti and kurta. Don't be shameful to put a tilak. Don't be shameful to show your love for God. Don't be shameful to say Jai Shri Ram. Don't be shameful. Don't be shameful to read Bhagavad Gita sitting in a park. What is shameful? Why I should not? Huh? The shame comes when we have individuality and there is no bhakti. We should become devotees like those gopis who lifted their hands for the rest of eternity. And sages, the greatest of the sages, devatas are worshipping those gopis. When will we get the love that you have for Krishna? But a lusty person who has no love for Krishna will see that as a most gory act. And he'll comment on Krishna. He'll comment on Ram. We'll comment on our devatas. We'll comment on our Vedic scriptures. Prabhus, Krishna is telling so beautifully here. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and thus be seen directly. Only in this way can enter the mysteries of my understanding. Only by becoming a devotee you can understand what is God. And now it's time for us to look at the purport of Prabhupada. Just see, ecstasy of Prabhupada. Just see how he's starting to write. Pages and pages. Pages and pages. Why? Because it comes out of an Acharya. My God, Krishna has made such a great statement. I want to tell more about it. Please read the purport. It's a homework for you. 54 and 55. Go home, read the purport. In the interest of time, I'm not reading it right now. Right? Final. Now, this is very, very important verse. It's a benediction for all of us. Mat karma krit mat paramo. Text 55. Mat karma krit mat paramo. Mad bhakta sanghavarjita. Nirvaira sarva bhuteshu. Yasa mam eti pandava. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, and comes to every Sunday morning classes, he certainly comes to me. Add karna padta hai na? Nobody has a problem with that, right? That is the essence of what we can do. What is Krishna telling here? He who engages in my pure devotional service, who works for me, he is free from contamination from fruited activities. Meaning what? I'm not doing it for any gain of fame. I'm not doing it for any name. I'm not doing it because I'll get some benefit. मैं ये करूँगा तो मेरा घर का कोर्ट केस निकल जाएगा. I'm doing it because my cancer should go away. Those are no fruitive gains. And mental speculation. I think you are like this, Krishna. Your thinking doesn't make any meaning. Hear it from a guru and understand that is Krishna. That is bhakti. Right? He who works for me. घर पे नहीं बैठा रहता. प्रभु जी बालकनी से देख रहा हूँ अच्छा प्रदक्षिणा चल रहा है. तू निकल पहले घर में से. निकल नीचे आ पहले. नीचे आके करताल पकड़, मृदंग पकड़, जय श्री राम करते हो घूमो. इसको बोलते भक्ति. घर पे बैठने को नहीं. घर पे कौन बैठते? मूढ़ा, पागल है कि नहीं? और कौन बैठते? मेंढक और छिपकली. अगर बालकनी से देखना अगले लाइफ में वही बनना है. लगे रहो बालकनी में. He who makes me the supreme goal of his life. He's saying, what is the goal of life? To understand God, to go back to God. शादी क्यों किया? साथ मिलके किधर जाना है? ऊटी, कोडाईकनाल, जाओ वहां भी जाओ, नो प्रॉब्लम. लेकिन अल्टीमेटली किधर जाना है? कृष्ण के पास. That is the goal of life. In the beginning we discussed that. है कि नहीं? He who makes me the supreme goal of life and who is friendly with every living being. Every living being you are friendly. You don't hate anybody. Nobody will hate. Tomorrow is not a day for Hindus to hate Muslims. Tomorrow is not a day to hate anybody. We are giving Ram to everyone. Come and take. Yeah? That should be the thought process. Yeah, things might have happened. But tomorrow is a day, not only tomorrow, every day. You're trying to give. You're trying to give God to everybody. It's not a fight between religions. It's a day of celebration. And the whole world is celebrating. What a festival. Okay? You should have, you may have 1,000 reasons not to go. But one reason should be there to go. And that one reason is enough. One reason is enough. And the most luckiest people will go there. जिस किसी के मन में अहंकार है, जिस किसी के मन में घृणा है, जिस किसी के मन में गलत विचार है, वो अयोध्या नहीं जा सकता. अगर जाने की कोशिश करेगा, हनुमान एक मुक्का देगा बाहर के बाहर. हनुमान जी will not allow. Hanuman ji will not allow any enemy of Ram to come closer to him. Hanuman ji can see devotion even in an enemy. When Vibhishan came to take shelter of Ram, who was the one who told Ram that he is your devotee, allow him inside? Hanuman ji. Hanuman ji can see devotion even in an enemy, but he cannot see hatred towards Ram in anyone. So only the most fortunate people will go to Ayodhya. And where is Ayodhya? Not there. Here. Here. हमारे अंदर अयोध्या है. सभी के अंदर अयोध्या. वहां तक जाने की जरूरत नहीं. यहीं पे है अयोध्या. कल हमारे कॉम्प्लेक्सेस में है अयोध्या. हमारे घर के ऑल्टर में है अयोध्या. कल सवेरे जब आप आपके घर में खोलोगे, वो अयोध्या है. Offer it. Whatever you offer to. Tomorrow make a nice dish for God. ऐसा बनाओ कि भगवान के लिए इतने प्यार से बनाओ, राम लला आज तुम्हारे लिए हम बना रहे हैं. कुछ भी बनाओ, बिना ऑनियन गार्लिक के. बोलना पड़ता है, मशरूम जरा अवॉइड करो, है कि नहीं? अच्छा बनाओ, प्यार से बनाओ, प्यार से, प्रेम. कैन यू मेक माता जी? कैन मेक समथिंग? हाउ मेनी यू वांट टू मेक समथिंग स्पेशल टुमारो? कुछ अच्छा सा, बहुत ही स्पेशल, अपने हाथों से. किसी और को ऑर्डर मत दो, स्विगी लेकर आके राम को लगाओ, नहीं. कोई टोमेटो नहीं. कल राम के लिए अपने हाथ से बनाओ. कुछ तो बना सकते हो ना. अगर प्रभु जी नहीं होता है, go and find the best fruit in the whole stall of fruits. ऐसे मतलब जाके कैसे संतरा खरीदना, कैसे सभी ढूंढते हो ना, अच्छा बेस्ट संतरा ढूंढो, उसको लाके तुलसी का लीफ लगाओ, भगवान के सामने रखो. ये आपके लिए आज. वेलकम बैक टू इंडिया. वेलकम बैक टू अयोध्या. हाँ, मेरे मन मंदिर में आपका स्वागत है कि नहीं? मन मंदिर में आपका स्वागत है. Yes, do that tomorrow. And that person, last line, जोर से बोलो, he certainly comes to me. जाएंगे वापस. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 11th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the universal form. Hare Krishna. So Adikadashi hai. Thank you very much. We finished 11th chapter and we are going into 12th chapter, which is one of the most beautiful chapter because the chapter name itself is so beautiful. Devotional service, Bhakti. अभी सिर्फ भक्ति के बारे में बात करना है. No more मुक्ति. हमको भक्ति चाहिए, मुक्ति नहीं. क्योंकि भक्ति में मुक्ति ऑटोमेटिकली मिल जाता है ना? So actually I have to go for another program. So I have to rush right immediately after this. Please excuse me. Not that I did not want to interact with any one of you. There is another program we are doing in Mukpa communities in Tellapur. Whole colony is coming together and I have to go and speak about Lord Ram. I am so eager to do that. So I want to go there. Ram के बारे में बोलने से मजा आता है ना? क्या मल्होत्रा जी? हाँ? इससे बड़ा क्या वरदान मिलेगा? राम के बारे में बोलो, राम भजन करो. हरि बोल. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय. प्रहलाद रागदायिने. प्रहलाद हिरण्याकाशी पूर्वक्षः शीलकङ्कानकालाये इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहामधिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलबरे नकामद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तानुगुण्या केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव करकमलबरे अद्भुत शृङ्गां दलिता अनुगुण्या केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जोर से साथ में नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल। भक्त विघ्ननाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की देसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की भगवद गीता स्टडी ग्रुप की ऑल असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज की 11th chapter finishing की 12th chapter beginning की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा। So please honor prasadam today, the Ekadasi prasadam. I really thank all the devotees who are sponsoring this prasadam, and because of you there are many people who are also getting prasadam every Sunday. Thank you very much. Please excuse me, I have to run. Hare Krishna, already late. Hare Krishna.